Thank you.
Let him answer all the questions pending first. Go ahead.
Honorable Sigei's question on World Bank projects that were started 10 years ago that have not been done or completed. I am aware that there is a SYMO program that was done that was not properly conducted or implemented, and I know that there is an audit that is going on at the moment to be able to inform the decision that will be made on actions that will be taken on those incomplete projects. So once the report of the audit is completed, we will take the necessary action and the necessary steps depending on the recommendations of that report. This question of uniforms, we've responded to it by Honorable Wamuchomba. We have indicated that the teachers are not supposed to be selling uniforms in school. They should allow parents to buy uniforms from wherever they find the uniforms to be cheaper. But as I said, it's a conversation that we have to make sure that we come up with a lasting solution to the menace that has been brought about by teachers sending away students because of uniforms, including the case that you mentioned, which I wasn't aware of, that they stayed for 2 days in the benches, but we'll get a report on it and take action against that principle. I hope you still don't want me to get fired. Honorable Maungu, the CS, these teachers did indicate how many students they will be receiving, and they indicated the capacity of those institutions. So the students were allocated to those schools based on the capacity of those schools. And as I indicated earlier, students were allowed to select the schools of their choice to which they were going. So that once we do the exit report, after we complete the exercise this Friday, then we'll have conversations on what we are going to do about the schools that did not receive any students and the rationalization and reallocation of the teachers and other resources and infrastructure that would be in those institutions. So we'll rationalize that to ensure that even these schools that received more of the students than what they normally do is because they had an extra classroom arising out of the fact that we did not have Form 2s currently. The budget deficit that I've indicated as being 48, it is the figure that has been presented to us, and it was the figure that was presented, and it is true. Whether it is a shortfall of 35 billion or 48 billion, it just means that we still do not have the capacity to pay out to the schools the actual amount that is stipulated in the policies, and we'll need your support to raise this figure to that particular policy amount so that we can be releasing the amounts to schools that they actually deserve. Now, the capitation that we release is based on the data that we receive from the schools, and there's no discrepancy between the number of the students that we are sending textbooks to that of capitation. The number is aligned because we receive that from the schools. The question of the security of our teachers in the Kericho areas, I indicated we are working with the Ministry of Interior. I don't have the full list of all the schools where there is insecurity, but our teams work with the security teams on the ground, just like we are protecting every other person to ensure that our teachers are safe in the schools that they are in so that they do not have to run away from those places or from those institutions.
But this kind of security Kemei talked about, Waziri, is not the same as the one in northern Kenya or in Baringo. She's saying parents are attacking teachers because they have been posting poor results year in, year out. So it's a question of standards that the parents are resisting. What do you do about that?
I think in cases like those where we get the information, we liaise with TSC to either move the teachers around and find out what the issue is. So each case is treated on its own basis to be able to get the right decision. But generally, we work with the Ministry of Interior to ensure that the security of our teachers and learners in our schools. The question of Honorable Rueda about what will happen in making remedial responses to the continuous neglect of the schools in Lamu East. We have an affirmative action that we take as a ministry, but I wouldn't be able to indicate whether there'll be any sort of payment for what has already been lost. What we can do is just work together to ensure that those areas that have been disadvantaged, they get fast-tracked so that we release enough teachers there, enough facilities in order to ensure that we do not continue with the neglect of those areas. The infrastructure released to constituencies, we've indicated and my team has confirmed that we are going to distribute that list to Parliament so that each person can see how the infrastructure fund has been distributed across the country in the last 10 years. Honorable Lillian, I'm not quite sure that I've been to Lambwe to lay any foundation stone, but I apologize if I've not picked your calls. Going forward, I will endeavor to ensure that I pick all calls, but I've not been to that place. But I will be able to pick those ones when I'm able to. Thank you. The primary school that was demolished by, I'm not sure whether we are talking about the same issue that you discussed with me on the environment, on the forest. And if that is the issue, I did raise this issue with my colleague, and we did agree that the school will continue where it is. And I think you have put up something for the school to continue, and we'll be able to come and support you because we agreed that they should not demolish it further. The distribution of development fund, that's the same issue that I have said that will provide the list across the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Waziri. He asked about ghost schools.
I did.
You did?